Are you struggling to grow your network and cultivate your contacts? Do you have a large contact list, email list, or social media following, but lack real one-on-one connection? In today's video, I'm showing you how to transform your casual contacts into real relationships that will help you advance your career. My name is Dana Kay, and welcome to my channel, Branding Outside the Box, where I help driven entrepreneurs and aspiring leaders like you become more memorable and make more meaningful connections. While I love social media and group networking events, the real relationship building comes one-on-one. In today's video, I'm showing you how to have productive and positive one-on-one meetings that lead to powerful relationships. The first step is to schedule a meeting. It's important to remember these key things when reaching out to your contact. First, be specific about what you would like to discuss. Do not say you'd like to pick their brain or just get in touch. Tell them what you hope to accomplish from your meeting. Focus your energy outward. No one wants to go to a meeting where the other person is just asking them for a favor. Show them how you are trying to serve them and help them. Number 3, if you have a specific ask, like doing a joint venture webinar or speaking at your upcoming event, include the specific ask in the email. That way they won't be blindsided when they have the one-on-one meeting. Here's an example. I'd love to meet for a virtual coffee date to learn more about what you do and how we can work together. I noticed you have a launch coming up, and I have some ideas of ways to make that launch more successful. I'd also like to share the details of our upcoming launch and see if we could work together to maximize sales for both of us. The ask is specific and shows that the relationship would be mutually beneficial, which makes it hard for the contact to say no. Once you've scheduled the meeting, remember these best practices. First, confirm your meeting the day before. This is going to help you avoid showing up to a meeting and wasting your time when the person isn't there. 2, do your homework. Know what the person is about. Know what they're currently working on. Maybe where they recently spoke at an event. Know what they are passionate about. Read articles about them. Follow them on social media. Do your homework. 3rd, come prepared. If you have a specific ask, or if you're asking them to speak at a conference, or maybe you're wanting to do a joint venture launch, have those materials in hand and be prepared to talk about it. 4, always arrive first. You do not want to keep your new contact waiting. Next, let them talk. This is a common thread from our previous networking videos. It's always important to keep the other person talking and not spend your whole time talking about yourself. 6, draw connections. Whenever possible, try to create a relationship by drawing connections between the two of you. So if they mention that they have kids and you have kids, make sure to draw that connection for them. If they mention that they're not originally from your town, that they moved here from the East Coast and you're from the East Coast, or you have family on the East Coast, mention that in your conversation. The more connections you can draw, the greater relationship building you'll have, and the more of a connection the other person will feel towards you. 7, don't be afraid to adjust your game plan. It's totally fine to make a different ask or maybe not make an ask at all based on your conversation. As long as you're acting out of knowledge and understanding rather than fear or nervousness, you are totally fine to switch it up and ask for something else or nothing at all. And finally, do not lose track of time. We have all been there when we've made a real connection with somebody and we can just talk and go on for hours. Be respectful of your time and theirs by setting an alarm or some notification to tell you when their time is up, and you can ask them, I know our time is up, or we need to get going. Let me know if you need to wrap up now. Okay, so you had your first meeting. What's next? The first is to follow up via email with any action items. If you told them you were going to send more information or make an introduction, do that now. Second, propose next steps and a timeline. So maybe you want to meet with them quarterly to discuss business development, or maybe you want to get in touch with them when you have an upcoming launch or when they have an upcoming launch. Tell them what the next step is and tell them when you're going to reach out next. And finally, add a calendar reminder to follow up. We are all guilty of this, where we will have great intentions, we'll come out of a meeting super jazzed and enthusiastic, and then we get back into the work and we forget. So add a calendar or in your task management system to reach back out during the proposed timeline. If you want more tips on networking and building meaningful relationships, be sure to watch the next video in this playlist.